Can you grab that? Sorry. Here we go. It's off the rails. There we go. Just drop the phone. We're at 350 Fest. I'm James Van Ostel with 50% that I can't even get to here. 50% of the Descendents.
Hello.
Hi guys. We're eating tacos in the car. My camera has literally fallen off the mount. I'm going to talk real quick as I fix this. So I got you guys burritos. Or tacos. I was under orders to bring you tacos. Like if you guys were going to do the interview, I had to feed you.
Somebody threatened you?
It wasn't the threat was implicit.
The threat was, yeah. Well, this bag is weighty, so you must have several tacos in here.
Well, here's the concern.
Your timing is excellent.
I got the food from a place called Speedy Burritos. I really hope the food isn't as speedy as advertised. It's going to be a long day for you guys.
Well, they gave us plenty of salsa, I'll tell you that.
Hey, I want salsa.
Yeah, I'm hooking you up. I'm getting down into the nitty gritty down here. There's some salsa verdes for tacos, I assume, and then there's some good looking salsa.
So we have a goofy angle here, but
look at this thing.
We're recording the Facebook Live and the podcast. It's sponsored by Boost Mobile. I have half of the Descendants here. How's everything going, guys? Now that we're kind of getting settled.
Stefan, give me a taco.
It's car con carne. Let's eat in the car. It's car con carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Ostel.
I think this might be a veggie. I'm not sure.
I got a lot of veggie. Got chicken.
Whoa, these are heavy.
Yeah, no, these are
weighty. Whoa, holy hell, that's
kind of
one
bonus
taco?
Yeah, I've never seen a taco
things
like
are
this,
going
and
good
that's
now
fine.
that I got this taco.
Yeah, our day is improving.
But how the hell are we going to eat that? It's just going to blow up.
We're not going to move, are we?
I might have some napkins. No, I would kill us if I tried to drive
That
you.
might not work out as well.
And here's the thing. You guys are from California.
That's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
It looks good. It's kind of more like a taco stada.
Yeah, I feel weird about getting tacos for Californians because I feel like tacos are more the real thing out there.
Tacos are
No
universal.
way, it's good. Even the part that fell on my shirt's good.
Yeah,
But
it's going to be good later.
Isn't cheese on a taco kind of bogus?
Yeah.
Like, that's not authentic. Like she asked me if I wanted flour tortillas. I'm like, well, let's
Have
at
you
least
tasted one of these?
No, I'm trying to pick one up, but
No,
I'm
have you
struggling.
tasted one?
not yet.
Oh.
You should taste
Okay.
it one before you criticize it.
True. Little life lesson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
But if the other guys who did not participate, we've got a bag of tacos for them.
They're going to be, they're built.
Is Milo protecting his voice?
I think it's more like just kind of
He's
getting
just
some sleep.
asleep.
Which is that's a thing that you try to get happening whenever possible when you're on tour.
Oh,
As
no
much
doubt.
Sleep is possible, while we're out doing shows. We all
I
seem
like
to
sleep.
to do that.
So, with the Descendants being a full-time venture again, everybody's cool, everybody's happy, life is grand.
Absolutely.
It's good. We're having fun. Try not to do a million shows to where we start to not have fun anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you are very sensible about the way you plan your tours. I mean, you're off the road end of this week, right?
It's not really tours. We just fly out and play a handful of shows, and then we go home and lick our wounds for a week or two, and then we go fly out again and do it again.
Yeah, it works out pretty good. It's a nice.
Yeah.
There's a very nice work-life balance happening right now,
Which
for us, which is really nice.
I do want to thank Daryl Wilson, who's watching. Daryl from the Bull Weevils.
Hi, Daryl. Hey, bud.
I'm sure you guys have played with the Bull Weevils at some point. If not, can we make that happen?
I know Daryl, but I don't think we've ever played with the bowling.
He's a rock and roll doctor, a punk rock doctor.
Yeah, he's kind of a known guy. I like that.
He's a rock and roll doctor?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm sure he's been to tons of our shows. You've surely met him before, but just kind of maybe in passing.
What does he look like?
He's about 6'4". He's got long dreadlocks.
Yeah. Devilishly handsome.
Devilishly handsome. Yeah. He's a real nice guy. Actually, I think Mass Giorgini introduced him.
I think I'm friends on Facebook with him.
That sounds. Yeah, and I think there was like some sort of a little documentary done not that long ago about Daryl, right?
And as we've come to learn, no shortage of smartypants guys in punk rock.
No.
Including your band.
That's I always thought that was sort of true from the outset. You know, I mean, there was a range of characters, not all hyper intelligent, but there was no shortage of intelligent people in punk rock music.
Is there salsa?
Do you want like straight up red, or you want some of this? Like I'm doing this.
Go for the Verde. You got to do Verde.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
And there's a couple more of them back here, Bill, if you need some.
Okay, this is gonna make it really too messy, but I don't care.
I'm just doing it. Fuck it.
I applaud your sense of adventure.
I just want the salsa. I don't care if it gets all over me. I mean, I'll try not to mess your car up, your recording studio car.
I appreciate that. I mean, this is kind of
We're
punk
not
rock,
making a
right?
recording studio.
I mean, this is punk rock.
Right.
It's radio in a car, right? I don't need the big
DIY.
machine of radio to do a
DIY,
show.
yeah.
It's totally DIY.
Yeah, make do with what you have. They say. Right?
Exactly.
Do your work out of a car. if you
Oh,
can
the
do it.
green sauce is good.
Yeah, green sauce is good stuff. Yeah.
I do like a good Verde sauce. So, do you guys think that music can still change the world? And if so, can we make that happen really soon?
I think it's always changing the world.
Do you think there are still bands taking up that mantle? I mean, I know you guys take on socio-political issues, but I feel like now's the time. Like, this is punk rock's moment with what's going on everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't think it can change the world maybe the way we thought it did when I was 15, but I think it can totally change the world in a million little ways. Like if I can hear a song with the lyric that makes me think about myself and what I'm doing and makes me make better choices as a person, well then that song changed the world a little bit. And if another person hears that same song and they change, then the world changed a little bit more.
That's exactly right.
I think it has to happen, or it is happening just on an individual level.
We're at this weird moment, inflection point in history. It's really difficult to know what you can and can't say. The last album, you guys got some pushback
You can't
on the title.
say anything, but like you just have to do it anyway.
Well, and that's a way that the world is changing. You know, music's part of that, and that means that it's affected by it, and it affects it too.
Mm-hmm. Well, you guys got pushback on the last album name, right?
How do you mean?
Not much, really.
The word spazzinate.
Oh, it was
Spaz.
one tiny little,
There's one
like
guy
a
who was
tiny
really
sort of
into that.
fringe group that we didn't even know it meant that.
Yeah, we were like, whoops.
We didn't know it meant that. We thought it meant, like, we used to just call ourselves spazzes.
Yeah.
We weren't making fun of anyone.
We all did
We were
when we were
making
growing
fun of
up, yeah.
ourselves. So yeah, I don't know what are you gonna do? I don't know.
That part of it, I think there's the obvious stuff where, you know, you're out there trying to like push buttons, which is certainly not what we were about with naming it that, because it's just as Bill suggested there. But
Is it cerebral palsy? No, what is it that?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's like Ian Dury.
But
like,
we had no idea. We
I
just
think
thought
spaz
spaz
was-
means like
would-
to just spaz out, like to just.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to. I thought it just meant what we all think it meant.
Well, you know how now, you know how there was recently people started using the word retard again a lot.
Yeah.
You started hearing it around. Oh, that guy's a retard. You started hearing that again. I think it works similarly in Britain to how using that word is here, and
okay.
so it's kind of like, hey, this isn't really a very cool thing to say. Is sort of, you know, how it is, and only we didn't know that was the case.
yeah,
You remember what they used to call cigarettes, and
yeah, exactly.
so I mean, it's that sort of a thing where like there's a word that's getting used regularly there, and would not be cool to use here. So, you know, you can't be perfect. You can't please everyone.
I think back to the 80s when I first heard
I'm
you.
more concerned about what my intentions actually are,
Then
right? Than being concerned about what people might think of my intentions or how they might misunderstand them. As long as my side of the yard's clean and I don't mean any harm, then I think that's all I can do.
That's the best you can do. Yeah.
Exactly right.
Well said.
I think back to the 80s when I first heard you, when a lot of us first heard Descendents.
Is this whole interview just going to be foil? Like,
Oh yeah, foil,
chips.
lips
Here, let's
smacking, saliva.
Very punk rock.
Oh yeah, very, very punk rock. But I think back to back then.
I lied. I'm messing your car up.
It's happened. Worse things have happened. Worse things have been dropped.
Is there chips?
Oh yeah, there are chips.
And there's some pretty good looking salsa here if you want to mess up his car some more.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh,
Thanks,
like
Devin.
a salsa sauce. I better not. Just give me some chips.
Thank you.
I don't want there to be not crunchy. After there was crunchy.
Except for being the devil on your shoulder. Oh yeah, if you go for it. There's a big thing of salsa.
There's
So-
2 of those, by the way, Bill. There's plenty.
Two of what?
Those big salsa things. And 2 big bags of chips right there. And those tacos are enormous.
Those were enormous. So you have people who discovered you in the 80s at your shows. You're at the point now where you have kids discovering Descendents for the first time. You've got this cross-generational thing going. That's kind of awesome, right?
Very awesome.
I mean, you see this diversity of faces in the crowd. You've got the people who are still clinging to their Milo Goes to College T-shirts, and you've got new kids who want to buy the merch because they just discovered the band. That's a pretty cool feeling.
It's a really good feeling.
Validation.
We get multi-generational, like, family, families coming to see us that are, parents, their kids, and, and grandkids. I mean, that happens fairly regularly. Pretty amazing.
We never even thought anyone would be into us. We just thought we would always be doing this in the garage for our own amusement.
Just a bunch of friends having a good time?
Yeah, we never considered the idea of becoming a known thing, and so for 3 generations to know us, I mean, that is just quite a surprise, obviously.
Yeah.
So you guys are here. You are headlining the 350 Fest in Tinley Park. It's at the Tinley Park Convention Center. It's kind of awesome. It's this big hall. They've got pro wrestling going on today. You guys are playing Less Than Jake, Smoking Popes, A Wilhelm Scream, Mest, Burn Rebuild, Sincere
You should
Engineer.
stick your head in the middle more, like the guy in Wayne's World,
But you got to bob your head more.
Well, I'm not with you.
You are.
Well, but then I'm far away from my mic.
But
no one
it-
needs to see this movie.
It's awesome that you guys are still kicking ass. It's awesome that you're here. Todd Caston, former booking agent of Metro, who I'm sure booked you for some shows. Please confirm that Mike Watt is the Bassmaster General.
Not.
I mean,
It's not true.
yeah, but I mean, not that he isn't like a super mega badass.
No, we love Mike.
Yeah,
and
Mike,
he's a great
yeah.
bass player, but he's not the Bassmaster General.
All right. You guys, 50% of Descendants in the car. Please bring tacos to the other guys. Because a well-fed band is a happy
Is
band.
it a whole bag full of tacos?
There's a couple more in
Yeah.
here. This bag still has substantial weight to
I
it.
want to make sure that everyone has a nice full tummy before they bring the punk rock tonight.
Well, that's good then.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
we have to eat early, because it's a...
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for doing this interview in the car. We're back behind the convention
Oh,
center.
it's over? That's cool. I've been nervous about it because I
No,
don't
you have
can
not.
see my face right there. It sucks.
You are just a shockingly good-looking man. I don't know what you're concerned about.
Yeah, well, my parents were simple folks. 7 years ago.
All right, Descendants, the freaking Descendants, tonight in Tinley Park, 350 Fest. Thank you for watching on Facebook. Thank you for listening on carne.com. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.